I've always been a huge fan of the Madoka franchise, and so when I heard about a sequel in production, I was skeptic to how the movie would turn out. With Madoka Magica Eternal already so well done and an ending so grand and great, I was prepared to be disappointed. Take The Dark Knight Rises, for example. And you know what? I was completely wrong. Presenting to you a review of one of the most anticipated anime films of the year, Mahou Shoujo Madoka Magica Rebellion. It's a theatrical finale to the Madoka Magica movie trilogy, Beginnings and Eternal. This film is a film of great epic proportions with an ending that will leave your balls flying to the walls. It's a film of great epic proportions that was epic enough to get submitted into the Oscar Best Animated Feature Film nominations. Submitted for nominations.
We are screwed.
Hey, I don't want to hear that defeatist attitude. I want to hear you upbeat.
We're screwed!
There you go.
触れた心は輝いた鮮やかな色になって羽ばたくよ希望を乗せて
Madoka Magica Rebellion is produced by Studio Shaft under the direction of the famous Shinbu Akiyuki, who brought you the High on Crack Monogatari series and of course the Madoka franchise. It's also written by Gen Urobuchi, famous for his scripts for the entire Madoka franchise, Psycho-Pass, and as well as being the original creator of Fate Zero. The story continues from where the second movie left off. Rather than witches being threats to magical girls, nightmares are now the enemies. The 5 magical girls are also now united: Homura, Kyoko, Saika, Mami, and Madoka. They assemble together the Magical Girls Avengers under the name of Puella Magi Holy Quintet, serving its purpose to battle the nightmares that threaten the happiness of the city the movie sets in Michikahara City. The film also includes the addition of 2 new characters, which I'm not going to talk about. The main characters are given further development from the previous 2 films. None of these 5 magical girls had little screen time, and their constant presence throughout the story fleshes their character out and adds on to their significance to the progression of the plot and as well as Homura's astounding character development. Homura becomes the main focus in the movie, expanding onto her deep loving friendship with Madoka, which further creates the complexity of Homura's character. And unfortunately, Homura's development has also caused a dichotomy of opinions between the fans. The execution of Rebellion was nearly flawless. While there were occasional minor problems with pacing, the issue at hand is nearly frivolous. Rebellion begins with a happy, light-hearted slice-of-life K-On!, which shifts into the action-packed fun Avengers, which is then finally veered over to the dark, gritty, and edginess of the Dark Knight. I must warn, Rebellion is dark. It's much darker than the anime series that overturned the magical girl genre. The Madoka Magica Rebellion movie is filled with an abundance of symbolism and dichotomy of motifs and themes on God and Lucifer, angels and demons, light and darkness, hope and despair, love and hate. It creates a brand new story, taking elements and themes from Beginnings and Eternal, and greatly expands upon the world of the magical girls and further elaborates onto themes prevalent in Rebellion's predecessors. It's a deep psychological film of contrasting motifs on good and evil that is camouflaged with the facade of cute magical girls. The movie takes the Madoka franchise to an entire new level that will leave you mind-blown and in a state of pure utter shock. That is also added with a conclusion that will blow your balls to the walls. The production values of Madoka Magica Rebellion is filled with a wealth of rich, stunning, orgasmic visuals that has the budget to buy Luxembourg. You get the setting of surreal Japan in the world of magical girls that's added on by its high on crack visuals of the nightmares. Animation is fluid and fight scenes look absolutely glorious. And of course, you get the stylistic head tilts and quirky camera angles and shots to get the 5-year-old ADHD kid glued to the screen. Yuki Kajiura, who is known for her music works from Fate Zero and Sword Art Online, reprises her role in the soundtrack for Rebellion. It consists of redone and remixed themes from the previous Madoka soundtracks that add on to the mood. Overall, there were not as many pieces that stood out like the previous Madoka soundtracks, but Yuki Kajiura succeeds in depicting the atmosphere of the scenes. To truly enjoy Madoka Magica Rebellion, you need to have at least seen the first 2 films or the anime, because it would be awkward to watch The Return of the King without having seen The Fellowship of the Ring and The Two Towers. But even so, the Madoka fanbase has shown split opinions on Rebellion due to the unorthodox storytelling. To watch Rebellion or not to watch Rebellion? That is the question. To not watch Rebellion because the entire fanbase on one side of the spectrum didn't like it, well, why would you do that?
To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the sling.
Shut the fuck up, fat man. This ain't none of your goddamn business.
Watch and see for yourself. Overall, Madoka Magica Rebellion did something I never thought a sequel to an epic prequel could do before. It lived up and possibly transcended its predecessors. Rebellion maintains its freshness and does not feel redundant to Beginnings and Eternal. It maintains the lovable and adorable, cutesy moe magical girls feeling, but at the same time, it tells a dark, edgy, and compelling story. There might have been some trivial issues with pacing, but that is overthrown by the top-notch execution, storytelling, characters, art, and animation, and soundtrack. To those who haven't seen Rebellion yet, go see it in your local theaters as soon as possible, or else prepare for a 6-month of the Blu-ray and DVD release. Congratulations, Studio Shaft.
触れた心は輝いた鮮やかな色になって羽ばたくよ希望